Guha, MD and CEO of Birlasoft, is now joining us to talk more about the results and the roadmap. Mr. Guha, afternoon. Thank you so much for your time. First of all, before I get into the details of your numbers, I want to understand how are you analyzing and navigating the demand environment. There's a very large section of the sector and industry who believe demand environment is challenging, but your numbers continue to be on the stronger side. How are your interactions with clients telling you about the demand environment going forward too?
So thank you for having me in the show and Happy New Year to you.
You do.
Look, from our perspective, the demand situation still continues to be challenged, right? The macroeconomic situation has not changed too much. It continues to be where it is. So the demand situation is also very uncertain. But I think what we've been able to do is we've been able to work with our clients and make a serious impact on their transformation journey. Our top 20 clients and our top 10 clients, both of them have grown upwards of 3% sequentially. That shows our ability to mine clients, that shows the client's confidence in us, and that is holding us in good stead.
Right, Mr. Guha, good afternoon. This is Vinny joining in the conversation as well. I also want to understand, so, obviously you're talking about your client discussions, but which are the verticals that you see will see growth going forward? Where do you see specific, conversations and deal wins that you're expecting higher coming in from?
Yeah, so if you look at our verticals today, and as you know, we've decided to focus on only 4 verticals, right? And all 4 verticals have really shown great growth over the last 3 quarters. Now, this quarter, BFSI, because of the seasonality of the financial services business, has shown a little bit of decline, but quite frankly, I'm not so worried about it. I'm sure financial services will also get back to growth. But I would say that all 4 verticals have really fired both in Q2 as well as in Q3.
Right. What is a positive and a pleasant surprise that one is watching is the margin number, because you've been emphasizing on the need to invest in your business as well. So, going forward, should we expect your EBIT margins to be in this band of 15-16% and remain at these levels around that?
Yeah, so we've delivered an EBITDA margin of 16%. Obviously, it's been great performance. I mean, we've been able to expand our EBITDA margins even after giving a salary hike, which kind of affected the 2 months of this quarter, the quarter that went by. I think we are comfortable to keep the margins at this band while we continue to invest in our business. We want to invest in the long term. And I keep saying this all the time, that our investments need to go in capability building, in domain building. The rest of the world is a big investment that we're going to make. We now have a new CEO. 86% of our business is North America, and we want to kind of expand in other geographies. So a lot of investments are coming up, and we will make those investments while keeping the margins in a very narrow band.
Right. Okay, so that's about the EBITDA margin, sir. And in terms of EBIT margins also, what is the level that you could expect? This quarter, I believe it's somewhere around that 14% mark. So do you think that is the sustainable level for EBIT as well then?
So look, I can't comment on the future, and it's hard for me to give a guidance because of the uncertainty. I can only tell you that I'm comfortable with the current band, and whether it is EBIT or whether it is EBITDA, we want to keep it in that band, and we want to continue to invest in our business. From a client perspective, it's important for us to keep mining the clients, be a partner that is participating in their transformation journey. And that is what we are very, very sharply focused on.
Also, sir, just in terms of when I'm looking at the client count also, that has reduced by 27 on an LTM basis when I'm looking at it. So overall, what is the factor that is there? And could you explain us the scenario as well?
Yeah, great question. When I took over maybe about 12 or 13 months ago, one of the strategies that we had put in is that we will work with lesser number of clients, but we will build long-term, sustainable, growth-oriented relationships with a few clients. Now, that is playing out. So over the quarters, if you really look at it, we are cutting off our tail. We want to not work more than 250, 260 clients. That's the right number at our size. And as we go towards $1 billion, whenever that is, I feel serving roughly about 250 clients is the right number. But if you look at our mining, that's playing out. Our top 10, top 20 clients, like I was saying, has grown ahead of the company average. The company grew at 2% quarter on quarter in dollar terms, whereas our top 20 clients have grown at 3.2%. So clearly, our account mining strategy is working.
Right. Sir, actually, I had a point to ask in terms of the margins also, right? You mentioned about the salary impact that came in, right, in Q3 because of the salary impact. So does that mean in Q4 we'll be not seeing that impact on the margin front now, and we could see a surge that, or that is what we could understand and infer at?
Again, we don't give guidance. We will take one quarter at a time and execute. As far as investments are concerned, that will continue, which is why I'm saying, it is not the right thing to do to compare one quarter to the other. Our job will be to keep our head down and execute.
Absolutely, sir. Thank you so much, for joining in with us this afternoon on ET Now, giving us an understanding in terms of the company, what we should be expecting going forward as well. That was the management of Birlasoft, Mr. Guha, joining in with us. Great set of numbers that was reported by the company. But on that note,